G'day, I'm Russell Blaikie. I'm here at Isola on Rottnest Island and I'm making you an angel hair pasta. We're going to make a dough and roll it. We're using West Australian flour, a strong flour from Geraldton that's been grown and milled in Western Australia. I can't wait to show you the dish. I think I've got the best kitchen in the world. It's absolutely sensational. I'm looking out at Thompson Bay on the most beautiful day and I'm making you an angel hair pasta. So put some of this flour on the counter and make a well in the center so we can crack the eggs in. For every 100 grams of flour, we crack one 50-gram egg into the middle. And just a little pinch of salt and just mix that egg up. So you start to see that flour combining, the eggs thicken. You want to keep that well in the center so none of it drips out on the bench. And then we'll start working it, tipping some of that flour to the top and working it through. If you didn't have a spatula, you can use your hands. So as that egg works through, it starts to combine. It looks a bit crumbly, but don't worry about that because as you knead the dough together, it will eventually combine into a nice kind of pliable dough to go through the pasta machine. Just start to gather it together. Press it together with your hands. We're going to stretch the gluten in the flour, give it a bit of texture. So really, we're kneading this dough to give the gluten a workout so it gives a nice bite to the pasta. So you'll find at the first stage of making this dough, it's going to feel really tight. It's really going to be hard to knead, and you can't imagine that would go through the pasta roller. But we've got to give it a good knead and then rest it for at least half an hour or even overnight to let those gluten strands relax. So while that dough rests, I've got to tell you about this venue, Isola. It's like walking into a bay on the west coast of Italy. The food we serve here is really pared back, really simple, and amazing fresh produce. Beautiful, huge char-grilled tiger prawns on a robata grill over there with the lobster butter. It's an experience coming to Isola because you just get this feeling of you've transported to another place. It's really special. Let those rested up. This one's been resting overnight, and you can see that it's relaxed. It's become pliable. It really is much more workable, so we'll be able to put it through our pasta roller. Press it flat. So we'll just cut that into a strip. A little bit of semolina flour. I use semolina flour to roll this out just to give that extra texture as it gets pressed into the dough. Just slowly decrease the size of the rollers. And always give it a good dusting of the semolina as it comes through. If you don't have semolina, you can use the flour that you've made the dough with. That works. Each time I put this through, I just adjust the settings down just to get a finer layering of the pasta. We're really laminating it here. I'm creating a couple of layers, and as that gets super fine, it will all press together in one beautiful form, and we'll have that little bit of added texture you get from this nice strong flour that I've used. As you can see, just dusting it all the time. At this stage, when it gets so long, you can give it a cut. I'm going to take it down to, on this pasta machine, it's number 1, so it's almost the finest setting. So I'll pass it through that finest setting twice, because as you can see, it shrinks back. I want to get it to, it wouldn't be much more than about 1.5 millimeters thick. There you go, so that's done. Cut it into lengths that are about the right length for the pasta. It's as long as you want to have hanging out of your mouth when you eat it, but that's about a good length. About 15 centimetres. All right, and that's ready to cut. Sandwich a few sheets together. Roll them up. And then tease them out with some more semolina. Important to cook the pasta in seasoned water, in salty water, so then there's not much salt in that pasta itself, so it really seasons it as it cooks. So I've got a gadget here, it's really helpful. It's a pasta basket from a commercial kitchen. You can buy something similar at home, or really just dump the pasta into the water and strain it out with a colander. So in goes the pasta. Boiling water. Give that a stir. If you're unsure about how the pasta's cooking, just take a little bit out and try it. Break some off and try it. Oh wow, it's crunchy, it's got beautiful firm texture, and it's going to soak that sauce up really well. Drain it right off. And as we toss the pasta through the sauce, all the sauce is sucked up into the pasta. And there's my crab pasta. Making pasta at home is really simple, but it's also so satisfying, and it's something you do together as a family.